Hello guys, welcome to another Dawn of War vanilla video. Today we're getting started with version 1.1, which means there have been some balance changes, maybe bug fixes in the game compared to the previous video. And hopefully this time we'll also see higher level games. In the previous video, the replays actually were not expert, but they were played by those players who had high auto-match ranking. In this video, however, the replays will be directly from the expert section. You can find these replays on rtssanctuary.com. That's where I get the games from. In case you have the game version and want to watch these games yourself, you can find them online. So let's get started with the first game. So what we're seeing are among the top players at the time these games were played, almost 18 years ago, in November 2004. These replays are older than the new generation in Dawn of War Soulstorm, I believe. So in the lower position, I mean in the right hand side position, we've got Ir0nClad, one of the highest ranked Space Marines players back then, and he starts his games with 4 scouts. Popular opening even in today's Soulstorm era. Still in patch 1.1 we cannot see the production in the buildings. I hope we'll get to that point when we'll see that in the next patches. On the left hand side, WC slain as Chaos. So we see this classic matchup, Space Marine versus Chaos this time. This will be a slaughter for sure. Force Commander is out after 4 scouts. I guess that's what Ir0nClad can afford. And maybe we'll add the Space Marines now. Something is getting out of that barrack. Nice harass here from the scouts on the outer strategic point. By the time Chaos Lord reaches the scouts, the Force Commander is also here. Two heretics got in here on very low HP. Someone told me in the commentary that Force Commander is losing to the Chaos Lord, if I'm not mistaken, and we can see that that is true. Actually, it's very close, it's a very close fight. A Chaos Marine gets in here to also help win the day, and yeah, Chaos Lord manages to kill the Force Commander even with a bunch of scouts in here. Force Commander goes down. This probably was a good trade anyway. The Chaos Lord will also get killed. And we have the Space Marine player Ir0nClad in a very good position. He's got more map control. Denied Chaos this point for quite some time now. However, the Chaos player managed to also get a second squad of Chaos Marines out, means he's got a stronger army right now, and he goes in. No time to idle in this game. High level replay. Still, only about 1 month into Dawn of War Vanilla here. The players are not as experienced as nowadays Soulstorm players, which have been playing for over a decade now. This game is a month old, maybe 2. Players talking about some kind of bug maybe in here, I'm not sure exactly which one. Probably the squad were not, some squad was not listening to player's command, I assume. Finally, Slain got control of his outer point. He's still not controlling the relic. Builds a second generator. And good damage in here from the Chaos Marines. Took down a listening post. The cultists will decap. And instead of taking the relic, why take the relic when you can take this point and maybe even build a listening post in there? It will be faster. Intense fight right here. The Force Commander is out again and he will definitely save the day. The Chaos Lord is nowhere to be seen right now. Slain invested in generators. He cannot afford the Chaos Lord, I assume. He could go for armory perhaps.
Scouts here.
Okay, Ir0nClad adds the armory. Yeah, looks like Ir0nClad's units do not listen to commands. I guess that was a bigger problem in Vanilla. That happens in Soulstorm also sometimes.
What would you have me do?
It's called close combat bug. Ir0nClad is annoyed, as we can see. I'm not sure if it's the same bug in here, but something similar. LP2 has been upgraded by Slain. He should be able to defend this one from also with the support of heavy cover in here. Good position for Chaos. It's different on the other side, so it's not too balanced. You've got a heavy cover in here, much too far from the listening post. So if Chaos is to attack in here, it will be more difficult to defend for Space Marine at this point, and more easily for Chaos to defend this one thanks to the heavy cover.
Direct us to the enemy. Scouts awaiting orders.
Some sniper rifles have been added to the scouts, a generator, or maybe 2, yeah, 2 generators up, 74 to 20 income for Space Marine, and the same economy for Chaos. Identical economy right now. Looks like Slain wanted to capture the relic, but he changed his mind and cancelled it. I wonder why.
Grant us the gifts of the Chaos Gods, great
Maybe a misclick, or maybe he expects a attack right now and wants to be in position to fight. I am not sure what he's expecting. He's got also the armory up and added a few heavy bolters to the Chaos Marines. Goes into attack. Now I see. Maybe he wants to finish the game as soon as possible now. With the heavy bolters, some grenades on the cultists, and the Chaos Lord, which will lead the way and tank the damage in here. Very high DPS, as we can see from the heavy bolters. Chaos Lord tanked a lot of damage. A squad of Space Marine loses morale and has to retreat. Scouts got heavily focused and die as well. Lack of control on this squad from Ir0nClad. Has to go back and save it. LP2 got upgraded. Feels like it will go down anyway. And Ir0nClad finds himself in a very bad position. How will he come back after this? I've got no idea. The LP2 was a big investment. It definitely hadn't paid off. Even the barracks might go down. Oh, I see. Ir0nClad is tier 2 now. The shape of the HQ has changed. He's got some plasma added to the Space Marines. I'm assuming Chaos is still tier 1. Maybe with the help of some bionic upgrades and plasma he will be able to push back those heretics. Might be the case. The barracks has been saved at least. And we've got almost full HP force commander that can go in and engage. And that's how the Space Marine comes back. The plasma is very scary. Slain is running for his life. Does not want to fight. Maybe from this heavy cover it would be possible to defend. The relic is under control for Ir0nClad. Well done. 79 to 30 economy. 74 to 20 still for Chaos. A Raptor squad has been produced. When will Slain get that relic, I wonder? It seems the players underestimated the relics in the first days of vanilla, in the first weeks and months. Now he will try to get it again. Maybe they were thinking it was not worth wasting time and getting the relic for just some resources, since the relic allows you to get the elite unit. The elite unit was a rare thing in online, I believe, in vanilla, very expensive. So rushing with relic control was not a priority back then. Ir0nClad will defend the critical location. He's getting it now. Took control of it. Good harass from the Raptors, took down a generator. Scouts are here to fight them. And also LP2 will help. Always helpful to have LP2s for defenses and income, of course. Not much going on now. Slain has to do something, try to match these Space Marine forces, maybe get some upgrades up, and the aspiring champions perhaps. Okay, Chaos hits tier 2, as we can see by this aura surrounding the Chaos Marines. That's how you can tell, and also the shape of the HQ slightly changed. Gets a bit fatter when it's upgraded. And with the help of missile launchers, Ir0nClad manages to take down the LP2 with no loss. Good job. Goes into the heavy cover. A good move right here. I wonder if he's got the frag grenades. Looks like he does not have them yet. Another squad of Chaos Marines here, also with plasma. I'm assuming plasma from Chaos Marines deals more damage. Was available in tier 2 here. In Soulstorm it's a tier 3 thing. With very high DPS. And Chaos manages to push back the Marines. Unsuccessful engagement from Ir0nClad. Has to go back. Good job by Chaos. He's also got the Raptors, with whom he can jump in and tie up a squad if necessary, if he feels the need. So far a good, nice back and forth game. far better than anything we've seen in the previous video, in my opinion. That's another level for sure. Machine Cult is up, and Ir0nClad will try to get some vehicles out. Maybe that will change the day. For now it's not clear who's got the upper hand here. With the coming of a Dreadnought, things might change. No sign of anti-vehicle in here.
Yes, my lord. Awaiting orders. Direct us to the enemy.
Brings the Dreadnought in front as it should be done, so it can go in, tie up a squad and also tank the damage. I believe it also got a Flamer. Can be used even from range to drop the morale of the Chaos army. Yeah, he's got also a bolter and a Flamer, so he can be used from range as well. A very good unit. Still no frag grenades noted from the Space Marines for some reason. Looks like this might be the final fight. Yeah, the Dreadnought definitely changed the outcome here. No anti-vehicle from Chaos. And GG gets called by Slain. We have a rematch between these two. Ir0nClad takes the game. Well played, good timing on tier 2. Good job with the plasma. Pushed back those Chaos Marines when they almost destroyed the barrack. It wasn't even repaired. It costs you resources if you want to repair stuff, so if you're sure the enemy won't take your damaged building down, there's no point in repairing it and wasting resources. You may leave it as it is. Yeah, quite close on units killed. It was a very close game until the Dreadnought came out. I believe Ir0nClad also was ahead on economy. Yeah, not so much ahead, but he took control of the relic much faster. Let's get to watch the rematch between these two. This one played on Valley of Khorne, a very popular map in vanilla. It was an auto match map. Same matchup, right? In the lower right, Ir0nClad with Space Marines.
Scouts here.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Scouts ready.
Two squads of scouts already out, a third one out, and maybe even a fourth one will get out.
Yes.
All that before a second servitor. Yeah, 4 scouts that will be. A very fast map control thanks to that. And now I guess he's also making a second servitor. That's right.
I await your instructions.
So slightly delayed servitor in exchange for a faster map control, but slower force commander. So if you're not afraid of rushes on Valley of Khorne, there's no need to get first commander out fast. That's the point here.
Yes, Lord.
Ir0nClad does not see any rushes incoming from Chaos, so his opening is safe.
Here to serve.
4 scouts allow for even fast critical location control and maybe even take and hold victory. If you manage to hold 2 of them for 7 minutes, I believe. Also, in this patch, value of Khorne has been changed, as we can see. In the previous video, if I'm not mistaken, the critical locations were horizontally positioned. We had one here, I mean all of them in the middle. We've got them in a line.
Scouts in position.
Now it's the same as in Soulstorm and Dark Crusade. Seems like the map was patched, slightly changed in Vanilla 1.1.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Victory countdown has begun. While the enemies of the Empire
Force Commander attached to a Scout squad, since the Force Commander alone would die to the Chaos Lord. With the help of the Scouts, it would be probably an even fight, but first the Chaos Lord had already lower HP, so Slain had to retreat. Upgraded to listening posts. This time he took the relic much faster. It's right in his base, much easier to get. Still, one listening post not built. Ir0nClad prioritized a generator instead.
beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
Six minutes until take and hold victory.
Interesting thing I noticed, you have a circle on the listening posts. For Space Marine, you can see this green circle, while for Chaos you have the squares. Weird.
Direct us to the enemy.
At your command.
No snipers for the scouts yet, although with 4 squads out, snipers probably would be a great option. Okay, now they are being added to the squads. 1 sniper per squad would be enough, I assume, and Ir0nClad moves a bit forwards, try to take down a few marines in there from a distance.
Scouts ready.
Snipers outrange even the heavy bolters, of course.
Yes, my lord. At your command.
Not much action going on, but so far so good. The players know what they're doing, it seems.
Your will.
No tier 2 yet on Space Marine. He has got a nice solid army in case Chaos decides to go in. He will be able to defend, I believe.
I am here to lead you.
At your command.
My fate
No need to rush tech without army. Always a bad decision. It's very risky.
4 minutes until take and hold victory.
Chaos goes in, gets into the heavy cover with his bolters. However, the morale on the squad gets dropped by the snipers, so Chaos needs to retreat.
Scouts awaiting orders.
3 squads of scouts with snipers. Not easy to deal with.
shall be a glorious one. My faith is my
Some micro mistakes here and there by both players. Chaos Lord sacrifices his HP for trying to tie up a squad without luck. Cultists dying, and looks like this fight is being won by the Space Marine. Chaos loses the fight, but the game is not over yet. Ir0nClad cannot really go in and fight under these 2 LP2s. There's also heavy cover in there from which Chaos can successfully defend, I believe. Three generators up, 92 to 30 economy, armor is up. Why is he using the Eldar banners and badges though? And Chaos is using Ultramarines banners. Weird. Okay, Raptor squad out. What's next?
What would you have us do?
Until taking
This might in fact be a game, a victory by taking hold. In order to decap these 2 points, Chaos needs to push back this
Scouts in position.
bunch of Space Marines. One minute left. Maybe with the Raptors he will manage, but he has to add the aspiring champion, try to reinforce the squad and make the HP upgrades. Or try and decap with this fully reinforced squad. Case is tier 2 by the way. And same from Space Marine now. He could try and go for the machine cult again. There's no Hell Talons in vanilla. More difficult to destroy vehicles.
taking hold victory.
There goes the Chaos Raptors jumping on the critical location, trying to decap. Ir0nClad will not bother focusing that squad, it seems. He feels confident, he already killed the Chaos Lord. Was very low HP. Okay, the taken hold has been stopped, and I believe the battle is won by Ir0nClad. No chances for Chaos in here against this sniper, rifle, mass and plasma. Slain adds the machine pit. And one more squad of Space Marine being added from Ir0nClad. Probably needs it for missile launchers, that's right. Expecting some vehicles now. Good decision with that. Will Chaos make a Defiler? Is it a tier 2 unit even?
Scouts in
Gets back
position.
that critical location. No threat in there. Could even try and take this one with the
Scouts
snipers.
ready.
Would be easy to get.
Ever vigilant.
92 to 20 income for Slain. His mistake is lack of generators. Not enough generators, and this one is unfinished even. He probably burned his heretic to death. He's got one more though.
Great one.
So he could try and finish this. So what I've noticed from these games...
Anything
Oh, I see. He sent his heretic to repair the LP2. He forgot he's got one more to finish up that generator. There's definitely a skill gap between these two players. Nevertheless, still good games. Much better than what we've seen in the previous video at least.
Scouts ready.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Machine cult almost up for Ir0nClad. With a much higher income on power, plus 40, he can afford a dreadnought, I believe.
6 minutes.
Oh yeah, here's the Defiler. Very good against this army combination of Space Marines. got a squad with 4 missile launchers in there. Focus is the Defiler. Slane sends in the Raptors to tie that squad up, but I believe the Raptors would easily lose against them, even if he fought in close combat. With the Space Marines they would fight and win the Raptors easily. Another squad with missile launchers is here. No other anti-vehicle is required. The game is over by now. And that's a GG. Decisive victories for Ir0nClad. Well played. Not as close as the previous one on this map. Very hard time for Chaos. I'm not sure what he should have done to win this. What do you guys do as Chaos to win this Space Marine style in vanilla? Maybe a Raptor rush in tier 1 would work. Who knows? I heard it was a popular build in Winter Assault and Vanilla. Raptor aggression, I mean. Maybe we'll even see that in future replays. Well, easy domination this time from Ir0nClad. The next game is Ir0nClad again, I believe, against the one and only SeleCT on Meeting of Minds. At the time this game was played, SeleCT was the highest ranked player already in Dawn of War. Highest ranked player in auto match, and he was maining Eldar, of course. In the left hand side position, Ir0nClad with Space Marines. On the right hand side we've got SeleCT.
What would you have us do? Command me to build.
Looks like it's the first SeleCT's game in vanilla patch 1.1. He is asking about some ability which disappeared in this patch. He's wondering where it is. Bone Song, whatever it is, I have no idea.
Command me to build.
Three squads of Guardians from SeleCT and 3 Bone Singers. Probably as the Farseer and the Generator is up. 38 to 10 income from Ir0nClad, one of the top Space Marine players at the time, as I've mentioned. 4 scouts.
Scouts awaiting orders.
The effectiveness of 4 scouts opening was discovered very early, as we can see.
Scouts here.
Within the first month of vanilla it became probably the most popular build already. 4 scouts and Force Commander. The Farseer is here.
At your command.
Used Mind War on a scout. Now that's unpopular decision.
Scouts here.
That's probably how you kill a squad of scouts very fast. Got close to it and shoots it from range. A squad of Guardians also got in here. Went into decap, but it probably was not possible to decap. To finish the decap if the opponent had time to place a listening post. Looks like that was the case here. Or maybe SeleCT just cancelled the decap when he saw the Force Commander, who knows. Already some intense fight, micro-wise, very early in the game. Harass with Guardians and Farseer. Map control already up, almost. Relic left to be captured.
Guardian squad ready. The mists of space and time retreat from my mind. All Eldar must I sense the enemy. They are closing in. Nothing is hidden from my sight.
I'm not sure the Farseer stands a chance against the Force Commander. She better run away ASAP.
Praise the Emperor.
As far as possible and as fast as possible.
The mists of space and time retreat from my mind.
What would you have us do?
And Select already goes for tier 2. Looks like he will switch to defensive play at this point.
Guardian squad ready.
Soul Shrine has been placed.
We are shaped by fate just as we shape it. What needs to be done?
Is this bunch of Guardians enough though to
6 minutes until
hold the Space Marines? Okay, the Dark Reapers were added. They defend the Soul Shrine. That's in case Assault Marines jump over the wall and try to kill the Bone Singer, I assume. Select wants to defend this position. Make sure he finishes the Soul Shrine. 85 to 10 economy for Eldar. Also builds up a web gate.
How can we help?
Okay, the Warp Spiders are out. I'm assuming this is a tier 1 unit or tier 2.
Strike quickly while our enemy slumbers.
It probably was tier 1 in vanilla.
Do you know
Scouts
of
here.
war?
Scouts here. Yes, my lord.
What do you know of
That's
war?
how you kill a squad of scouts in 3 seconds.
5 minutes until taken hold victory.
Huge mass from Ir0nClad. I believe he's still tier 1, that's right. Goes for armory and probably should add some snipers to the scouts. Wouldn't hurt.
Here to serve.
Should build this listening post in the relic as well. He controls 2 critical locations. Pretty much dominating with the map control and vision.
Scouts in position.
My music is a
Scouts going to scout, or maybe they will go to get the 3rd critical location. Nice Psychic Storm cast on the squads. Weird usage of the Mind War though. Oh boy, how that squad melts. What was the damage of the Psychic Storm, I wonder?
Yes, my lord.
And it feels like the Mind War worked on the whole squad. It simply melted down from this Eldar infantry in here after those abilities were casted. Feels like an easy victory for Eldar units in here. Force Commander is surrounded. Almost nothing left of that Space Marine infantry, only the Force Commander and 2 scout squads. What a sad day.
The enemy must be nearby.
The burden of leadership lies with us.
Very decisive victory in this fight for Select. I'm surprised. How did he even win and kill all that so fast and easy?
We walk our path quickly. Take the time for war.
The enemy cannot hide from my sight.
2nd generator up. Almost. And a 2nd squad of Dark Reapers. A good variety of units from Eldar. Lots of Guardians, 2 Dark Reaper squads and Warp Spiders. Notice the lack of abuse of some sort, specific unit or ability. He's made all the unit types possible, probably, besides the bunches. Can also make an Harlequin, I believe now. Tier 2 up for Ir0nClad. has to recover somehow. Build a turret, but he refuses to place a listening post on the relic. Sad. 97 to 30. He's still ahead in economy a bit compared to Eldar, but he was behind in tech all this time. And had a very bad fight with tier 1, raw tier 1 units against tier 2 upgraded units. I guess that's how he lost everything in there. SeleCT probably had armor upgrades and optics, while Space Marine had no upgrades at all. Swift management of units around the map by SeleCT. He's floating a bit, probably gathering for tier 3. Warlock has been added to the Guardian squad and casted some slow on the scouts.
We walk our path.
We bring heavy
Our
weapons to
minds
crush
work
the
as
enemy.
one.
Goes slowly from the right. Could even try and decap that relic. Another Psychic Storm cast. Deals no damage to the buildings. Okay, not easy to breach through the turret and LP2. We'll have to be careful. Now scouts in front like that, bad decision. They had to stay here in the same line or even in this heavy cover. SeleCT got the numbers and probably more upgrades even. So he decided to try and push here, bad decision. Farseer tanked way too much damage and got killed eventually. SeleCT is forced to retreat. Or will he? Yeah, he has to. Otherwise we'll get trapped in the corner. Okay, the Seer Council is out. One more squad of Dark Reapers. And a fully reinforced squad of Warp Spiders still up. 2 more Webway gates were built. SeleCT is probably tier 3 now.
The burden of leadership lies with us.
Man, we cannot even see the reinforced costs of the squads in this patch.
Fear the judgment of the council. Our minds work as one.
For now, I guess I will make a few videos per patch for Vanilla and Winter Assault. Then we'll switch to probably newer replays from Dark Crusades era and then back to Soulstorm. Farseer is back to life, attaches it to the Seer Council and goes in. I guess that would be another easy fight for Eldar in here. Problem for Space Marine here is that he is badly outnumbered. SeleCT uses even his capping units in the fights and they are very useful. They've got plenty of abilities and when upgraded very good damage and even HP. Really makes it look hopeless for Ir0nClad. What in the world should Space Marine do to win this? The matchup looks broken to me. I don't know. I am not saying it is easy to play it as Eldar. You definitely need some good APM, nice micro, game knowledge. Not easy, but if you do it right, if you do it well, I guess your opponent has no chance. Still unfair. huge army. Select decides to retreat. He's got no anti-vehicle, nothing to deal with that dreadnought for now. And it's not over yet. Land speeder being made. Maybe he will switch to making land speeders. What Select got now is very good anti-infantry, so maybe making vehicles now would be wiser. Switch to mass vehicle production would be a good choice, and maybe build a big generator. Huge infantry mass in here reminds me of a specific player in Soulstorm that also used to gather up army like that and try to keep it alive for as long as possible. Well, actually many Eldar players used to do that. If you do not feel comfortable in fighting, just retreat with the whole of your army and sit back. Sir Council almost dead. I'm assuming the reinforcement price for a unit is ridiculous. Ridiculously expensive. Select goes behind his base. Still got no answer for these vehicles. Maybe the bright lenses will help. From what I recall, they were very good against vehicles. Okay, yeah, that's right. And also the grenades from the warp spider probably was cast. Yeah, the bright lens got some damage to a vehicle. Dreadnought received no damage, while he did a fatality, and very good one. Ir0nClad goes in and tries to finish off the Eldar. Unexpected comeback by the look of it. But not over yet, definitely not over. A dreadnought is down. If he dealt with a dreadnought, it will be much easier now, dealing with the land speeders. They've got much lower HP. Force Commander goes down, Farseer goes down. And again Eldar finds himself on top of this game with numbers advantage. And now even a very good anti-vehicle in place to deal with the Space Marines vehicles. A good one with this attack from Ir0nClad. Well, he had to do something, he had to try and stop the Eldar. If you don't stop it now, it will be even more difficult later. He tried and he failed. Well, but he did some damage, destroyed here some webway gates, generators, listening posts, destroyed and decapped. Not bad still. 85 to 50 income for Eldar, thanks to the big generator. He doesn't even feel the loss of the generators in here. He had 1 or 2 in there. And now time for the counter-attack from Select. This is the first game of Select I cover in Dawn of War Vanilla. So far so good, he's played perfectly well. Doesn't even float almost. Has float on power, but he's got no support portal to spend that power. Another easy fight for Eldar in here by the look of it. Just has to micro a bit around that, dance around that dreadnought and destroy it. Gravitational platforms were infantry from what I understand. in vanilla, so you couldn't kill them with missile launchers, you had to kill them with anti-infantry weapons like plasma. Another squad of Space Marine meltdown in here from the Warp Spiders, Dark Reapers and Guardians. Select slowly moving in, time to attack Space Marine's base. Another Psychic Storm, very good usage of the abilities. 98 to 40 income for Ir0nClad. He is still tier 2. He does not know what to do at this point. I'm assuming he is floating. 2 squads of Assault Marines jump in and melt within seconds. Oh boy. No anti-vehicle again. Oh, here it comes. The Brightlands platforms is your answer to enemy vehicles. Yeah, why would you even make the support portal if you can produce this nice platforms as anti-vehicle? You don't need Wraith Lords. Maybe building the support portal for Vipers, they are quite broken as well in vanilla, and I heard they are a tier 3 unit. Some floating here for Eldar, probably saving for tier 4, who knows. Does not care to retake his own point, took the enemy's point instead. Not much hope left for Ir0nClad. His machine cult goes down. He's got a Dreadnought, the Force Commander and a Scout Squad. That's pretty much it. Not enough to stop this huge mass of Eldar.
Scouts in position.
A nice power display from SeleCT on how you play Eldar in Dawn of War Vanilla 1.1 patch. He also was a very good player in Warcraft 3 at the time. We're witnessing the final fight in here. Dreadnought goes down, and if the Dreadnought goes down, it's over. Nothing else left to stop this. Again, what do you guys think Space Marine should have done to deal with this Eldar strategy? I have no clue. Honestly speaking, looks like SeleCT had perfect timings for early game fights. He had upgraded tier 2 squads just in time when Ir0nClad decided to go in and attack the Eldar. He was already tier 2 with upgraded infantry, ready to easily fight off those marines. Then SeleCT was a bit behind with anti-vehicle when Ir0nClad decided to almost finish the game in here with the Dreadnought and Land Speeders. The solution to that was Brightlands platforms. And then he came back again, and there we go. What should Space Marine have done after his failed attack in here with the vehicles? Maybe moving to tier 3 quickly and prepare that orbital bombardment from the Force Commander would have been an option. But the Eldar with a good micro should be able to easily split his units and run away with the help of Fleet of Foot, so that wouldn't change much either. Maybe going for Predator tanks would have been a nice decision, and Terminators. It seemed like Ir0nClad invested way too much in his tier 1 units. They almost did nothing and lost the fight without chances. Alright, I made a short break, time to continue with game 4, different players this time. Love Below being Karandras, a vanilla work player, also among the top players at that time. He is in the left position on outer reaches. And on the right hand side, AriXar.
Command me to build. My music is a pillar upon which whole worlds have been built.
Well, I believe these players were in top 10 maybe back then. So there's no point mentioning over and over again. Yes, they were good. Looks like 3 Bone Singers at the start was a standard thing in vanilla for Eldar. SeleCT also had 3 Bone Singers in the previous game. Another thing here, it seems the players could not see the races of each other during the loading screen, so you had to guess your opponent's race. I believe that was the case, at least in the first patches. Because as you've noticed, during the loading screen we only see an image and the loading progress. There's no player name, not even the player name, let alone the matchup and map. Strange choice.
Please, no more kicking.
Oh yeah, the Warp Spiders were a tier 1 unit for sure. Only 2 Guardians from AriXar. The big mech is here, applying some harass, tries to kill the Bone Singer. Bone Singer down. Now, I am not sure what kind of infantry this is. Light or medium infantry, not sure. I mean the Warp Spiders. And having them at the beginning with double teleportation also looks a bit unfair. Probably one of the most annoying things from Eldar is teleportation on many units, including the Bone Singer. I don't mind their range and damage as much as their mobility. Farseer is here, out and ready to fight. Looks like she cast the Psychic Storm on the Gretchens. They lost morale, almost the entire squad got killed. It will survive though. Oh no, only now the Psychic Storm cast on the Slugger boys. And Mind War on the Big Mech. Good one with that. Drops almost half of Big Mech HP. That Mind War. Sick damage. And while this action is going on, AriXar is not being very active with his Bone Singers. He had to build this long ago and even place the Listening Shrine here and send this squad to take this point. I guess AriXar was still getting used to the race. He probably played more races. I don't know. Karandras in the meantime doing some nice damage with the big mech, exchanging The listening posts does not want to fight in here against 2 warp spiders. So he just decided to take down this listening shrine in the meantime. And maybe he will be able to jump away. But will he even manage to destroy this? 2 bone singers are repaired very quickly. Some of the HP, so Big Mac failed with destroying it. Well done by the Eldar. So far so good. 62 to 10 now, will be 62 to 20 soon. Has to build this point and then take the upper points perhaps. Karandras is already tier 2, so all that destruction with the Big Mac won him so much time that he managed to hit tier 2 very quickly and build the mech shop on 40 population cap. Weird. In Soulstorm you would need 50, the equivalent. 55 being the equivalent of 50 here in vanilla. Here you can build it on 40, which means 45 in Soulstorm. 1 banner earlier. 3 banners from work, right. He also has 1 more placed in the base. Maybe because of this unfinished banner he was able to place the mech shop. Could be the case. Good thing AriXar scouted in here, so he might be able to take down the mech shop, although it also shoots, deals some damage to the farce here. There's not much else from Karandras to deal with this Eldar infantry in here. He needs a Ir0nClad in here desperately to repair, or maybe even repair with a mech with a big mech. He can repair. This should be saved and the vehicle should be made. Yeah, it's being made. Maybe a war track. A lot of people complained on the forum about war tracks being OP and stuff like that. Well, considering most races have some OP vehicles, I guess that's fine. Yeah, that's a war track. It's good anti-infantry, decent range. Space Marines OP thing is the Dreadnought, I guess, and Eldars are Vipers and Bright Lances, although Bright Lances are not considered vehicles in here. They are infantry type, as I've said. Not sure when they were changed, probably in Dark Crusade they were changed to vehicle type.
Nothing is hidden from my sight.
Because they do look and do act like vehicles, not infantry. Two war tracks. More generators from Orks. We'll have plus 30 soon. Again, he didn't build this. He probably had it built but got destroyed by the Eldar. Has to rebuild then. A lot has been killed apparently by those war tracks while Eldar was retreating. Yeah, AriXar not familiar with the Eldar so much. He made the wrong platform. He needed the Brightlands platform as anti-vehicle, he made the Shuriken platform, but I believe two war tracks would manage to destroy a Brightlands platform at this point, since they are infantry and the war tracks are against infantry. While they do not have the upgrade, looks like they have this big shooter weapon equipped by default. Yeah, it looks like a big shooter, and the damage to buildings is also insane. Very strong stuff indeed. Squad of Storm Boys added to the party. They are required for map control. Will decap and capture some points around the map. Warp Spider Grenade was cast in the war track. Dropped HP, almost destroyed it. Gretchen's must get in there and repair. Yeah, they switched infiltration, enabled it. You cannot research infiltration, you have to enable it. And if it's enabled, I think you cannot do anything. You can only run away. You have to disable the infiltration if you want to repair or build stuff, right? Apparently not. They can still repair while being infiltrated. I wonder what's the point then of having it enabled or disabled. Probably if they want to fight, they have to disable the infiltration. That might be the case. So weird, we do not see the HP amount on the squads. We can see the HP amount on single units like commanders and vehicles, but we cannot see the HP yet, at least in this patch, if it's a squad. If there's more than one unit in a squad, the HP count is not available. Maybe it will become available in the next patches. We'll find out. A bright lens platform was added, badly positioned though, 2 bright lens platforms. Well, since they cannot be tied up in close combat, they can always shoot, even if they are being fought in close combat. No problem with that. Another one got out. Well, a war track got destroyed. One war track left. Good job from Orks so far. Similar game to what we would see in Soulstorm nowadays, even. Storm boys, big mech, some close combat harass, and vehicles. Okay, there goes the second war track down. And work is in a low economy, 74 to 30. I wonder if he can make a comeback after that loss. Well, he has not lost yet. No need for comeback. Eldar is actually in a far worse position in both economy and army. Difficult game from AriXar in here. Looks like he is struggling with micro a bit. With unit control. And he made that mistake early when he made the shuriken platform instead of bright lens. Lost some time. So far, very nicely played by the work. Aggressive the whole game and even somewhat cheesy with that fast tier 2. Even 2 squads of shoot-up boys were added to the party. They keep focusing those warp spiders while the storm boys tie them up. Well played. Yeah, that's it. Felt quite hopeless for Eldar. Definitely the bad opening played to his disadvantage. Fast warp spiders weren't quite as effective as they probably would be against Space Marine and Chaos. Or maybe they just were not used good enough. Instead of focusing this listening post early, maybe should have tried and killed the big mech. I'm sure he made quite a few mistakes. Probably not his main race. I will not judge. I do not know these players. Shows a close result on units killed. That's because a lot of Orks died, but still more Eldar. Usually it should be more Orks dying, even if the Orks win. And 1,000 more resources. Work was ahead. Still quite careless with map control from both players. The attitude towards map control, at least in these early days in vanilla, wasn't good enough. Yeah, that's what we see during the loading screen, only the progress bar, no players' names, no map. I apologize for the camera. It moves by itself at the start until I adjust it. I think it's because of the resolution. It's not supported, not originally supported in Dawn of War Vanilla 2K resolution. The game was not meant for such monitors, so you change it manually in a file. You can load the game with it and it works just fine. At least in these patches. I'm not sure if it will work in the next patches. In the Steam version of Dawn of War Vanilla, if I recall correctly, it does not work. You still have those black bars on the sides. Even if you set the widescreen resolution.
Yes, Lord? I await your instructions. Yes, most beneficent one?
Okay, let's check the matchup here. Ir0nClad again. Already familiar with this guy. Playing Space Marines on Battle Marshes at the top side. He opens with 3 scouts this time, by the look of it. No, we have 2 squads in here on Harass. 4 scouts again, and I believe Force Commander will follow. On the lower side, Economic. Not sure who this is, probably another Smurf or AriXar, I might be wrong. I will check right after this replay if I don't forget who is this guy.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Although neither you nor me would probably know him anyway.
The Emperor protests. On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
What matters is that he shows a good game. That's the only thing I care about now.
The Emperor protects.
Force Commander attached to the scouts.
What would you have me do?
Relic controlled already for Economic. Looks like with this nickname he focuses on fast map control and quick economy.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Could be a good thing. He took all of his points already, built listening posts, and adds a generator. We'll lose the relic, it seems.
Scouts ready. Yes, my lord. Scouts here.
Ever vigilant.
Players idling a bit, they will fight for map control soon.
Here to serve.
At least I hope they will.
At your command. Scouts here.
Victory countdown.
Critical location being decapped for Ir0nClad,
Scouts
and Economic would go probably back here and take that relic.
What is your order?
Yes, my lord. At your command.
Lots of reinforced scouts in here.
Scouts awaiting orders. At your command. Scouts awaiting orders.
Delayed generator for Ir0nClad. It was faster for the other guy. And LP2 already upgraded in there. Well done.
Beware the alien.
Yes, my lord.
The heretic.
Scouts ready. Scouts here.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Oh, that's nice. Economic goes in with the scouts in close combat on the Space Marine squads. While they are being tied up in close combat, they cannot shoot, and Economic forces Ir0nClad to retreat. Well done.
Scouts here.
Not a lot of players knew about these details, I guess, back then, in the early days.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Ir0nClad wanted to go in here, but he saw the LP2 and decided to go back all the way. Go back in here and defend his points instead. He's got armory up, second generator up, and a 68 to 20 economy. 80 to 20 for economic. He's also building the armory now. A bit behind with armory, but ahead in economy. As we would expect from a player with such a nickname. No tier 2 yet, by the look of it. No tier 2 for any of the players. They decided to play a tier 1.5 game. Maybe we'll see some nice action here again. Ir0nClad has the sniper rifles.
Scouts here.
No snipers
Scouts in
for
position.
economic yet.
Scouts ready. Scouts
Okay, he's
in
adding them
position.
now.
Yes, my lord.
No relic for any player yet. Not very convenient to take and hold the relics in here. A third generator placed by Ir0nClad.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Also 3 generators from the other Space Marine player. We'll try to take a relic, I assume.
Heresy grows from idleness. We stand ready.
Here to serve.
Fear denies faith.
Looks like Ir0nClad was a bit confused. He stayed in here a bit, wanted to go there, changed his mind, goes on the other side. Maybe we'll still try to aim for this relic.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Economic scouted this relic, he saw it's not being captured, then switched position to the critical location. Saw this bunch of Space Marines coming and goes back. Now he knows Ir0nClad is on the other side and he goes to meet him. They are both tier 2 now with plasma guns on the Space Marines and sniper rifles on the scouts. Should be a close fight in here. Oh, that's some
Yes, my lord. Fear denies
unexpected
faith.
range from plasma.
At your command.
Shouldn't it be shorter range for plasma? I'm a bit confused. Or maybe that's the default.
Fear denies faith.
Feels like heavy bolter range.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, my lord. Scouts ready. Scouts awaiting orders.
4 squads of scouts with sniper rifles. Won't be easy to break through this narrow path. Ir0nClad will have to go back, or maybe hold here in the heavy cover. Still no relics under control for any of them. Machine cult placed for economic. Same for Ir0nClad, almost at the same time. Very close game up until this point. In all aspects, in fact. Economy, army, size and strength, and even tech. 86 for Ir0nClad, 92 to 40 for economics. Still slightly ahead for the Dark Space Marine here. Machine count almost finished. Keeps making those upgrades in the armory. And that's what he sees. Loses some HP, almost half HP. Lost on the Force Commander. What happens when you went to scout? Maybe using a skull would be wiser.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Can you even produce skulls in vanilla? I think I saw them. Or maybe I didn't. Well, the skull probe is a popular thing in Warhammer 40k. I assume you can produce it. But again, the players might have been unfamiliar with it at this point in time.
Scouts in position.
Good position for Ir0nClad, considering he's staying in the heavy cover. Should have captured the critical location during this time. A minor mistake here. A dreadnought was produced. Probably will defend here or just go and fight. And during this time, economic will go on the other side. Maybe try and get that relic.
At your command. Scouts here. Scouts ready. Scouts in position.
Awaiting orders.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
At your command.
There we go. Economic goes in on the other side. Ir0nClad notices it. He will not go on counter harass. Base trade, I mean. Probably will just go back in here and defend. At least that's what he started doing. Wouldn't be there in time though anyway to save the point. Stopped for a while in here, was thinking on what to do. Decided to move forward and save his rest of the base, at least. Generator, armory, barracks. Should manage to push back these marines if he adds that dreadnought in here. Feels like economic has a lot more army. Not sure why he's retreating, probably wants to regroup into the heavy cover. Okay, he sends 2 squads of Space Marines with missile launchers on the other side. He saw the dreadnought there. I'm assuming that's why these Space Marines are going here. Almost 4000 HP for a dreadnought. Two dreadnoughts from economic. Still, his army size is bigger. He feels stronger right now. If he just gathers all of his army in one place and goes into attack, he should be able to win. 92 to 50 economy now. Good economy. All the LP2s have been upgraded.
At last, back to war.
Scouts in position.
Even in death, I still serve. Even in death, I still serve. Even in death, I still serve.
Now sending a servitor or two into the battle and repairing the dreadnoughts wouldn't hurt also. Better than idling in base. Good focus with the missile launcher squads. Took down a dreadnought. Here we go again. When you have multiple or even all the squads upgraded with a same type of weapon, the accuracy increases, I believe. Especially that's the case when you have the missile launchers. If you have only one or two, they will probably miss a lot. When you have 4 of them, they almost always hit the target.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. We are the Emperor.
Definitely well done by Economic. I will check shortly what's his nickname. Looks like that's it for Ir0nClad. He cannot hold. That's all he's got left. GG. Not sure where Ir0nClad messed up. Probably his economy was not sufficient to keep up with the other Space Marine player. He upgraded his economy very well and maybe made some better decisions. Still quite a close game. Ir0nClad felt confused though. Much more units killed because of the end. The final battle where Ir0nClad lost most of his units. Only 1,000 ahead in economy, in fact. Not as much decision making as not as much economy as decision making that won this for Economic. Alright, so I checked who Economic is. It's AriXar, I was right. The same player which played Eldar in the previous game. Apparently he is much better of a Space Marine player than Eldar. And there goes the rematch. Same players, AriXar versus Ir0nClad on Deadman's crossing this time. A huge 1v1 map. Could make for a nice 2v2 map even. Maybe even a 3v3 map if you add more points. Definitely huge. Alright, so in the lower position we've got Economic, which is AriXar. Same dark Space Marine players. Space Marine color scheme. Dark blue, dark red. And in the top position a red Space Marine player. Ir0nClad. Another mirror. Four scouts from Ir0nClad. And Force Commander. I think he made this opening in every single game we've watched. Why not? If you try to master a build, you have to do it all the time. Do not change it if you fail it once. Keep repeating it until you succeed. Looks like the same opening for 4 scouts.
Yes, my lord.
My faith
Force
is my
commander
shield.
out.
Yes, most beneficent one. Yes, most beneficent one.
Making one more servitor might be a good idea here. Having 3 of them. One to build the base listening posts, this one from behind, and 2 of them in front. Build the listening posts, or the relic maybe, and then repair if the enemy attacks in here. Oh, looks like I misclick. They haven't finished this point.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Ir0nClad ahead with map control, and economy already taking the middle critical location, and the relic almost captured. No such thing from AriXar yet. Goes in. This is negative cover, by the way. In range, combat units receive much more damage, so we have to be twice as careful in negative cover, since we receive more damage. Okay, they took the relic under control at the same time. Almost the only advantage for Ir0nClad now, he's got control of the critical location. In a few seconds. And a bigger army right now goes for the enemy relic. Will probably decap.
Yes, my lord.
AriXar again upgrades economy. I like that. Well done.
I await your instructions.
Praise the Emperor.
Scouts here.
Today the enemy shall know.
Still this one unfinished. If he made one more servitor, it would have paid off a long time ago. Just to build this point. Maybe he even forgot about it. I'm not sure if he sees it on the minimap. 86 to 10 income against 92 to 10. Thanks to this critical location. Ir0nClad's economy slightly higher. Even if he's got no LP2. 2 generators up and armory. Soon.
6 minutes until taken.
Very close. They progress very closely with attack and even economy.
Ever vigilant.
Well, this wouldn't be difficult for AriXar to defend. I'm assuming 2 LP2s in here if Ir0nClad decides to attack. Won't be an easy fight for AriXar to hold. His opponent would be located in the negative cover.
Scouts awaiting orders.
And he would sit under 2 LP2s, so it's probably better to stay behind LP2s in this map and defend. Try to get ahead in tech. No need to be greedy and fight. Long term it might be more worth it.
5 minutes until taken hold.
Oh boy, this will be a long game. Looking at the timeline, which you do not see, we'll have over 20 minutes, I guess, of
At your command.
fight between these two.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Beware the alien.
At your command.
The heretic. Beware the alien.
Scouts in position.
The heretic.
Not much going on for now. No relic under control for AriXar. That's the biggest downside now for him. And Ir0nClad did not care to build a listening post in here.
Here to serve.
Servitors too far away. Both players now located in the negative cover should be careful while fighting each other.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw
A few micro mistakes and it could be game. Ir0nClad forcing AriXar to retreat under his LP2s. He's got the plasma. I'm assuming he's a bit ahead in tech. Tier 2 for sure, not sure about economic, probably also tier 2. This dark shape of HQ is harder. Oh, now he is tier 2.
3 minutes until
These two lines, the color has changed on them.
Awaiting orders.
Well, when Space Marine is tier 3 it's obvious. The shape is changing so much it's difficult not to notice it. With tier 2 it's a bit more difficult to tell.
We stand ready.
Anti-vehicle squad ready. For Ir0nClad, 3 squads of
Direct us to the enemy.
Space Marines, 2 squads anti-infantry with plasma guns, Force Commander, tank some damage. A scout squad just got eliminated by the enemy scouts on the high ground.
Beware the alien.
Scouts ready.
1 scout squad left for Ir0nClad.
2 minutes until taking hold victory.
What is your order?
At your command.
My faith is my
Yes, my
shield.
lord. At your command.
Okay, this AriXar army looks superior right now to me. 2 assault marine squads should be able to tie up these anti-infantry squads, like no problem, and that's where they jump. The anti-vehicle squad should be no issue. For AriXar he's also got 3 squads of snipers. And Force Commander winning Ir0nClad in here. Had more HP, I guess. And now the snipers can focus these squads, drop their morale, and that's how AriXar wins this fight and pushes back Ir0nClad from the negative cover. Well done so far, good decision making, smart decision by going for assault marines. At least now they were worth it. Not sure if it's possible to add the melta bomb for them in vanilla. It probably was possible, so they will be useful against dreadnoughts if they will be made, or
30 seconds
land speeders.
hold victory.
30 seconds left until taking hold. This has to be decapped now or never.
Scouts here.
Faith is our shield.
Scouts in position.
Scouts managed to decap, no problem with that. AriXar had to win this fight. If he would lose it, he'd lose the game by taking hold. He had to win the fight in order to decap. Well done. Okay, this has been built and upgraded to LP2 as well. 140-20 income for AriXar, 86-30 for Ir0nClad. Also, players did not hurry with building the big generators. I believe they were more expensive in vanilla.
We stand ready.
Scouts ready.
And I think they should also be more expensive and maybe have more HP in Dark Crusade and Soulstorm as well. Because they get... They pay off way too quick and they are too cheap. And sometimes, if you destroy it quickly, it does not pay off. So maybe making it more expensive and adding some HP to it would be wise.
We stand ready. Ever vigilant.
Oh yeah, assault marines jumping over the high ground and harassing also put them to good usage like that. No need to idle with your assault units.
The Emperor protects.
And no need to fight, no need to bother fighting the force commander. You can keep jumping from point to point and keep harassing. That's what AriXar will do. Will probably take down this point as well. Not enough mobility for Ir0nClad to deal with this. Assault marines, maybe a Rhino would help, or land speeders. One thing I do not understand is why AriXar does not try. He doesn't even try to get the relic. And when he sits close to the critical locations to defend, he does not capture it.
He who stands with me shall be my
It's
brother.
one thing I do not quite get.
Direct us to the enemy. What is your order?
Maybe he knows the enemy will attack anyway if he tries to get the critical location, so it's not even worth bothering. But he could at least try and get the relic. Make one more scout squad and go for it. Well, the harass with assault marines was well worth it. He took down 2 listening posts, this one and this one. They had to be rebuilt.
Faith is eternal.
No Rhino was made, a Dreadnought
Command me.
instead.
Fear denies faith.
More and more Space Marine squads being added again. No sign of tier 3, I assume. No tier 3 for AriXar either.
Awaiting orders.
His army looks much better though.
At last, back to war.
Praise the Emperor. While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
We stand ready.
I remember in my first Dawn of War vanilla video we had a good game in here. It was beefy against someone. The amount of dreadnoughts we've seen in that game was stunning. Probably the game with the most dreadnoughts I've ever watched.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. At last, back to war.
And maybe massing dreadnoughts on this map is the best thing to do for a Space Marine, since you have these listening posts here at the entry to the enemy base. Dreadnoughts can easily tank into them. Even if the opponent builds turrets, it wouldn't help.
It is better to die for the Emperor.
There we go into another fight. Two dreadnoughts from Ir0nClad. Assault marines jumping in to tie up the plasma marines. The other squad is tying up the anti-vehicle squad. Well done so far. Both dreadnoughts of Ir0nClad got destroyed. AriXar countering Ir0nClad perfectly in these fights. Now no need to go back, just go in, tank the damage in here with your Dreadnought and keep pushing slowly. 2 Dreadnoughts now. A third one out. Looks like AriXar will go for Dreadnought Mass. He heard my voice from 18 years in the future.
Scouts here.
Command me.
Awaiting orders. Yes, my lord. Faith is our shield.
I am ready to
Such a
serve.
Terminator thing.
Heresy grows from idleness.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Fear denies faith.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
So the thing about this map, why the map is not considered very competitive, is because of this entry mostly, and its size is too huge. You can simply sit behind these LP2s at the entry with a mass of infantry, idle for half of the game, do nothing. Just sit and defend.
Faith is our shield. Faith is our shield.
No tier 3 shape yet for this HQ, and no tier 3 here either. More tier 2 action then. I wonder how expensive is tier 3 in this game. I already forgot. I played the vanilla campaign many years ago. Over 5 years ago, I believe that was, so I do not remember the costs. I don't remember the upgrades. And even if I would, that was a completely different patch that I played, not these early ones. So the prices probably even changed from patch to patch. Good focus with these anti-vehicle marines. They've got also apothecaries attached to the squads. Much harder to kill them. And it really feels like assault marines are worth it in mirrors when if you know that your opponent will mass tactical space marines, you go for assault marines. Easy counter. Okay, under the LP2 in here wasn't so good. One squad got killed, another one almost dead. So you should go in the front with the dreadnoughts. Destroy the LP2s. One down. That's how you tank the damage with your dreadnoughts. Proper work here from AriXar. Still not easy for him to get this done. He will be pushed back again. Ir0nClad is again one of those top players. He knows what to do. So he probably will make a comeback. No way he will lose it now. Looks very bad for him though. 61 to 30. Still has 2 squads with anti-vehicle weapons. This dreadnought will go down, and shortly after this squad will have to retreat. You've got the snipers and plasma and the other space marines. Much higher economy though for AriXar. His nickname does make a lot of sense.
How can I serve?
4 minutes until taking hold victory.
The librarian is also added to the party, but idling. He was idling for quite some time. And now you can clearly see how a tier 3 stronghold looks like. The shape is so much different compared to tier 2 and tier 1. This is how tier 3 on Space Marines looks like. Still tier 2 for Ir0nClad. His economy does not allow him even to make proper army and vehicles. So it will take some time until he recovers from his losses, let alone going tier 3.
Fear not the psycho.
No chaplain in vanilla. I'm surprised. Seems like the chaplain joined the party only in Winter Assault or Dark Crusades. I don't remember.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Probably Dark Crusade. Or maybe Winter Assault. I don't remember in which expansion the Grey Knights appeared. I think the chaplain appeared along with the Grey Knights in one of the expansions, probably Winter Assault.
Scouts ready.
Can't tell.
Orders.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Okay, Predator is here. 98 to 79 income for AriXar. Ir0nClad 66 to 30. His points turned yellow. When you see that on enemy points yellow or red, do not decap them. If you decap the point, you reset the income to the max. When your opponent will capture the point again, he will get the maximum income from it.
Awaiting orders.
If you do not decap it, the income will be much lower. You should only decap and take the point if you're sure you will hold it after that.
Victory countdown has begun.
Yes, my lord.
Lots of Space Marine squads again in there, but they are all tier 2 level, no tier 3 yet for Ir0nClad. He is so far behind because of economy. He did not care about upgrading these LP2s, unlike AriXar. Only these LP2s were upgraded. The other points were not. Long term it makes a huge difference, economy wise. Not much going on here. Looks like tier 4 now for AriXar. He's got the laser weapons. Not sure if that was a tier 4 thing though. Maybe it was possible to upgrade them in tier 3.
What are your needs?
At last, back to war.
Force Commander Aura upgrade has been made. I don't remember even the names of the Space Marine upgrades. I have not opened Soulstorm in more than 6 months. I mean the Steam game online. I have not played online for the past 6 months or more. I might be streaming Soulstorm again soon on my main channel. On this one we'll see replays from the older expansions.
The fallen shall be forever
like I've said.
Emperor's finest.
Yes, my lord.
If you want Soulstorm content, I think it will be up on my channel in the following days or weeks. In any case, I have streamed weekly the past summer. There are a lot of live streams on my channel, long ones, with a lot of Soulstorm content. I'm sure many of you have not watched them in full, so if you miss those Soulstorm games from me, you can go to one of my streams, longer ones, and watch them if you haven't yet. A lot of good games in there. I've streamed a lot of tournaments last summer. There we go again, another attack from AriXar. It's about time. This is a laser weapon from the Predator. I'm not sure if this is a tier 4 or tier 3 upgrade in vanilla. You would need tier 4 for that in Soulstorm. A very good attack, confident AriXar going in. That's it, GG. Kinda one-sided, I would say. Very well played from AriXar. A bit of back and forth at some point in the early game and mid game. However, Ir0nClad was suffering. It was clear there's a bit of skill gap between these two. Economics macro was far better, I'd say, and that is the reason why he won. There will be 1 or 2 more videos with 1.1 patch in vanilla. Subscribe if you are new, stay tuned for more videos, leave your feedback below, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you all for watching.